our daughter Abigail was doing a math program. She started in 2nd grade because she came home and said, you know what, Mom, math is just not my forte.
That was hilarious to me because I had to say to her, that's my godchild, right? My godbaby. I was like, Abby, when you're trying to get out of an activity and you're saying, don't use French.
No.
All you did was say to your mother, oh, really? And what did you say back?
I was like, if you can use a French word to say this, you can be great at math. So we put her in this math program for years. For years. And she was like, how long do I have to go here? How long do I have to stay with this?
And I'll never forget this. Francis looked at her and said, when they run out of math.
Yes.
And then when they run out of math, you're going to get a job there and teach all the other children the math you know.
Yes.
But you did eventually let her quit.
I let her quit because we made an agreement. I said, if you always maintain at least a B in math, you don't have to go back. But the second it's a B minus, you gotta go back.
A whiff of a B minus.
A whiff. A whiff.
And I will get your name engraved on a chair.
Yes.
People will grow up. No, I knew this student. She was 97.
Yes.
Still at Kumar.
Still. Well, many parents today strive to make sure their children are well-rounded because that's what you do, all right? But this often leads to a schedule packed with activities.
She would be exhausted.
My daughter was exhausted. She was at chess. She was at Tang Soo Do. She was doing Kumon. She was taking, not writing, but drawing lessons. Everything.
And Matt, why don't you tell them why you had her in all, I remember you said you had her in all these because you thought it would help her be cool.
Yeah, I did. I did say that.
Chess and math.
Yeah, I did.
The way to the in crowd.
Yeah.
But what happens if your child decides they don't want to participate in these activities anymore? Is it okay to let them quit? Or are you making them a quitter?
No, you're not making them a quitter. I think that you are teaching your kid tenacity, some grit. You know, my father was a jazz musician. My brothers know how to play every instrument. I can't play a thing because they let me quit every single time.
You can't carry a note down the street.
Nope, can't. People look at me, they go, I just know you know how to sing. I go, nope.
That is not her singing this theme song.
No, it is not.
Nope.
Well, we asked our friends on Facebook, should you let your kid quit their activities as soon as they get bored with them? 97% of you said no, and only 3% of you said yes.
I find that interesting.
I think
I have a theory about this. I think it's because we all wish that our parent had made us stick with one something.
Yes.
And for most people, I think it's piano. It's music. It is music. It's like, oh, if it just made me stick with it, now I'd be able to do it. But at the time, I want you to know you made that horribly hard.
Yes.
So joining us via Skype is Mandy Waisman, a mother of 2 young girls, who says her girls are allowed to quit any activity they want. Welcome to Me Time, Mandy. Thank you for being here.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Now, why did you allow your girls to quit their activities?
With my first, we did not let her quit dance. We made her finish out the season, and then we found that we could not get her to try anything else. She was adamant she wouldn't try any other sport, and we found that it was more important to encourage her to kind of try things and get new experiences than to get through them at this age.
Yeah.
But
I get that.
Well, Mandy, stick with us for a minute, okay? We want to get to your reaction and to what our next guest has to say, all right? So we'll be right back to you.
Okay.
All right. So we sent our Me Time producers out and asked people, should you let your kids, should they be allowed to quit their activities? And here's what they said. Take a look.
I think that in today's world, kids have way too many activities. I never forced my children to stay in the activities if they didn't enjoy them and if they didn't like them. But forcing children to stay on, season after season, no, absolutely not.
No, that's wimpy parenting. Should kids be allowed to quit activity? No. Everyone should at least try something, at least stick with the original commitment. But if you don't like it, don't force them into keeping with it.
No. Heck no. There's no quitting. We're not quitters around here. We don't do that here. We don't do that here.
We don't do that here.
No.
We're not quitters here. I guess not.
Guess not.
I would not. If that was my daddy, wouldn't even bring it up.
Nope.
Wouldn't bring it up. Well, we wanted to talk to a professional who's worked with hundreds of different families. So joining us today in the studio is Dr. Catherine Perlman, a licensed therapist and founder of thefamilycoach.com, a blog dedicated to helping parents with parenting issues. Welcome to Me Time, Dr. Perlman.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So is it okay to let children quit activities when they want to?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So sometimes if you have a kid who's a serial quitter,
Right.
who gets very anxious before they start and always wants to do but then quits, maybe not. For a kid who doesn't like to learn something new and always wants to quit because it gets hard, maybe not those kids.
Okay.
But sometimes kids are in a bad situation. Maybe they're being bullied. Maybe
Yeah.
the coach is horrible. Or maybe there's something that's their passion that's brewing, but they can't find it because they're busy taking piano lessons for you.
Right.
Interesting. So how do you make sure then that your child, because what we're basically saying is that serial quitting is a problem.
Right.
Like, what is a serial quitter?
Right, so you have to talk to your kid. You know,
Yeah.
your kid says like, I want to quit.
Yeah.
You can't just go, no. You know,
Right.
why do you want to quit? What is this about? Is it anxiety? Is it because it's not fun? You know, to assess a little bit about what's going on, then you'll have a better sense of like, okay, how do we handle this?
Yeah. So you're saying I have to know my kid, right?
Maybe just
Yeah.
talk to
Just
them.
maybe talk to them a little bit. Well, let's bring Mandy back in this. Mandy, you've been listening to what the doctor has to say. What are your thoughts?
I agree.
Okay.
My oldest is anxious about things, and I do feel so I connected with that with her, with listening to your child and what triggers them or makes them want to quit. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, what tips do you have for a parent dealing with this?
Okay, first assess, right? Ask your kid what's going on, right? And then don't overreact. Sometimes kids say, I want to quit, and then the next time they go, they love it so much, they made a new friend, they want to keep going,
That's
right?
true.
That's happened, yeah.
Yeah, and then if your kid has anxiety, work through it. Don't just quit, because that anxiety is going to come up every single time they try something new, right? So work through it, to have some breathing, have some trial, go a few times, you know, maybe sit in the room with them, but don't just give up, because that anxious kid is going to be anxious every time.
I see Mandy nodding.
Yeah,
I see you,
everybody's
Mandy.
nodding. There we
Thank you so
go.
much for joining us, Dr. Perlman and Mandy. Thank you so
you.
much.
Me Time with Frangela.